Hola linduras, ¿les gusta que los trate así como linduras? Porque les puedo asegurar que no son lindos. Joda. Bueno, en este video vamos a ver juntos todos los cambios de la temporada 25 de temporada 15 2025, que ya lo vieron, que ya, bueno, ya lo vimos. Así que véanse el video completo, dejen un like, un comentario, porque me ayudan una banda. Si se suscriben también me ayudan una banda, porque así que seguimos creciendo y esta comunidad crece. Y únanse al Discord también, que ahí vamos a estar hablando de LOL, de cualquier mierda. Si ustedes tienen un problema y lo quieren explicar y no se lo tienen a nadie que decirlo, se unen y hablamos ahí y hacemos todo. Pero bueno, vean el video completito, dejen un like, un comentario, me ayudan una banda. Dale play. Para mí le hace un re daño a los desarrolladores tener todo en Oxus. Para mí le hace un re daño a la psiquis. Ah, esa, la de la cinemática es una nueva campeona. Yo dije la mierda, ¿quién es esa niga? Bueno, hablen boludo porque me estoy aburriendo yo. Temporada 1. Qué feo eso de que haya varias temporadas. Quiero
Hey
una.
everyone, I'm Paul, aka Pabro.
And I'm Andre, also known as Medler. And welcome back to another year of League.
As we talked about last November, we'll have 3 uniquely themed seasons each year that will immerse you in moments and journeys throughout Runeterra and our alternate universes.
Se
And for
creen
our
carrera
first season,
universitaria
we're
este
heading
hijo
to
de
my
puta.
personal favorite region of
3
Runeterra.
trimestres ahí.
Welcome to Noxus.
Now, tomorrow when you log on to Summoner's Rift, it'll look a bit different. As a brief recap from our last dev update, here's a refresher on what's changed. Noxus has invaded the Rift with new art, music, structures, and a new objective, Artican, the Bringer of Ruin.
Otacon will spawn on either side of the map at 20 minutes in 2 unique forms with some permanent terrain changes, and he'll give a buff to whichever team kills him. There are new runes, items, changes to teleport, and a new system called Feats of Strength that give you access to newer, more powerful boots.
Más objetivo,
Now,
bien.
all of these changes go live tomorrow, and so they'll be there for your ranked climb. Speaking of which, as a reminder this year, we're only going to have one ranked reset, which also happens tomorrow. Now, there are also some other changes you'll notice when you launch
Ah, bien. Bien, espera. O sea, que solamente va a haber 3 temporadas, pero no se te va a reiniciar el elo. Que eso está bueno.
the game. We simplified the home screen, making it easier to track the season's progress, see what's new, and just generally decreased overall clutter.
This season will last 8 patches, split into 2 acts that will have their own battle pass with various act-themed rewards like skins, borders, and more.
Cómo le gusta
We
la
want
plata a
to
este hijo de
immerse you
puta.
in Noxus by connecting your League experience both in and out of game. For example, that means things you saw in yesterday's cinematic will be coming to League. If you haven't watched the cinematic, we recommend doing so
Voy a
before
probar que
watching
esté
the rest of
grabando.
this video. Spoilers ahead.
Okay, without further ado, let's get into the first thing you saw yesterday that'll be coming to League this season.
A ver.
Malmedada. Yesterday we saw Mal continue
esta
her
es la
journey
hija de,
after Arcane and
de
arrive on the shores of Noxus,
Medarda,
where her
la
ambition will be tested
Ambessa.
among the great houses. Mal will be arriving in-game next patch with a new Noxian appearance. We wanted to reflect her embracing her Noxian roots and heritage at this phase in her life.
And along with the new look, she'll also be bringing a new type of gameplay that we haven't had in League before, projectile reflection.
Un
The
escudo
game
tiene la
team
hija de
and
puta.
arcane teams work together to figure out how Mel's power should be shown in both game and
Noxus, making their way into Arena, as well as out-of-game ones like motion comics and minigames.
We were
bueno,
really
le da-
excited by the reception to Spirit of
le da
Hearthstone last
contenido al
year.
juego.
We loved giving you a unique introduction to Aurora, and we're going to continue experimenting with ways that bring our worlds to life and connect those in-game and out-of-game experiences. In Season 1, one of the ways that we'll do that is with a new genre of minigame that will debut in Act 2.
We also want to confirm something that you probably saw in yesterday's cinematic, specifically around LeBlanc. She's a beloved, iconic champion in League, but she's in need of some modernization.
Para decir eso, medio que se están cagando, porque básicamente LeBlanc creo que es de los personajes más olvidados de LoL. Tipo, no le hacen nada. Está igual de bastante rota,
One of our goals
si lo sabes usar.
is to tie champions and champion updates to seasons, so we felt that a season focused on Noxus would be the perfect time to give LeBlanc a visual update. You'll see more of LeBlanc in her new look later this season. Lastly, we also want to talk about where seasons can take us. This year is primarily focused on Runeterra, but we're really excited about the possibilities that alternate universes bring to seasons.
Yeah, just imagine a world of bees. Just literally bees.
Que son
Everywhere.
José de Odo, boludo.
You're a bee.
José de Odo reference.
I'm a bee. We're all bees working for Queen Bee Syndra.
You had me
Sí,
lost
muy
when you brought
drogado,
it back.
chabón.
We'll think about that, but I think we should consider some other choices too.
Okay.
But anyway, our goal really is to deepen the connections to our champions, and because of that, we won't always be able to include every champion in
Van a
every
ser
season.
Rule
With the release
34
of Mel, we'll have
oficial.
170 champions.
Canon.
We'd rather have a stronger narrative for the season and do the champions justice, rather than be shallow across every single one that could fit.
We are really excited for you to experience what the team has built, and we can't wait to see what you think as we start on this journey. With that said, we'll hand things over to Cosmetics, who will share more about what you can expect.
Hey everyone,
Tremendo
I'm Steph,
accent.
aka 100 Piece Nuggets, the cosmetics lead.
And I'm Tom, aka Riot Hylia, an art director on cosmetics.
Today we have a bunch of skins related topics to cover, including this season's prestige list, exalted skins, and how our champion first philosophy will work for seasons.
So unsurprisingly, many of the skins this season are heavily focused on Noxus. The first set of those you'll see are the Mask of the Black Rose skins, which will be live tomorrow. Some of the champions getting those
Cabrón,
skins were in
literalmente le ponen
yesterday's
máscara, ¿no?
cinematic, which is where the skin inspiration came from, but some of them weren't.
When choosing champions who weren't, we focused on champions who would attend a Black Rose Masquerade ball and make sense in that thematic. Because really, is Ezreal not going to a party with a lot of things to steal? And of course, Renata Glass would be rubbing elbows with Noxian Elite.
She's a businesswoman, she's got perfume to sell.
Exactly.
These are going to be our first
Para mí, para entrar en Riot, te hacen una prueba de lore.
Battle Pass rewards.
Corte, ¿qué hacía Real en sus tiempos libres?
skins. Elise will be earnable with the free pass, while Samira, Renata Glask, and Vladimir will be earnable with the paid version, with Katarina as the prestige capstone for the paid Act 1 Battle Pass. Oh, okay, we also want to share this season's upcoming prestige skins. Katarina and Darius will have earnable prestige skins through the Battle Passes, while Cassiopeia and Kiana will have prestiges available for Mythic Essence.
And speaking of prestige skins, last year we shared that we're going to be uncoupling prestige skins from a base skin.
Yeah, so pretty often we would find ourselves feeling limited because the base skin thematic and the high fashion prestige universe would sometimes feel like they were clashing. This sort of led to us feeling that some skins felt that we'd just thrown them into a lapel jacket and called it a day.
So we're working on a few different directions for the future of prestige skins and are looking forward to your feedback on where we take them. There's currently 3 options.
First, we could preserve prestige as its own universe and thematic, but try to infuse just a little bit more of the base thematic into it, like the upcoming Cassiopeia skin that will be on PBE tomorrow.
The second option would be the flip of that, so moving away from the prestige universe and going harder on the thematic, but with just some more flair. An example of this is the upcoming Katarina skin, where she's wearing the bleeding edge of Noxian fashion, just like in the cinematic.
Finally, we could try to find a mix between the two based on what would
Che,
best fit the champion and
posta
theme.
que
We'd
elemento
love to know which
estético,
option you think would be
siendo
best, and we're
muy
really looking
sincero,
forward to
me
hearing your
chupa un
thoughts as
huevo.
we figure out where to take prestige skins in the future.
Yo no sé, yo
Okay,
creo que a nadie
beyond
acá le
prestige-
sobra la plata como para comprarse y la skin que vienen lo vamos a ver después, pero la verdad me chupa un huevo. Vamos a
everyone.
los esports, que esto más o menos está interesante. Es un pelado.
I'm Chris Greeley, head of Global League of Legends Esports. And I'm Waylon Roselle,
Me
Chief
recuerda a alguien.
Operating Officer of Esports. And welcome to the start of an incredible season for LoL Esports.
This year
O sea
we've
que
got
esta-
plans to bring you even
ellos
more
ahora
unforgettable
vinieron
moments,
toda América.
from major updates in Split 1 to an expanded global event roadmap.
We have a lot to cover, so let's dive into what's in store for LoL Esports this year and beyond.
One of the biggest changes we have coming this season is the full Fearless Draft in Split 1.
We want Fearless to bump up the competition to a new level by banning champions picked in previous games within a best-of series. This change will force teams to adapt.
Mr. Beast traduce los diálogos. Pero estos hijos de puta no. ¿Qué hijo? ¿Volumen estable? ¿No hay algo más? No.
And bring out their full champion pools.
That means if you see like a Renekton and a Cassante matchup in Game 1, you won't see it for the rest of the series. This will test teams'
No pueden volver a piquear campeones, eso está bueno.
creativity, their adaptability, and shake up the meta across the board.
Not only will we see Fearless Draft in every region in Split 1, but it will also be utilized at our new international event.
The first stand tournament will take place from March 10th to March 16th at LOL
Vamos a empezar a ver picks más raros. Y básicamente, no, creo que esto va a hacer que ganar las primeras partidas va a ser vital.
Park in Seoul, Korea. Our goal is for First Stand to be an unforgettable moment
¿Dónde van a hacer el mundial este año?
this year, with guaranteed best of matches between the top teams from Split 1, competing in matchups that will showcase the very best of early season League of Legends esports.
And beyond just exciting games, the stakes are higher than ever. The winning team will also secure a second bye for their region at MSI 2025, letting them advance directly to the bracket stage.
We can't wait to see which team will rise to the challenge and make their mark as the inaugural champion of First Stand.
We have an explainer video out now that dives deeper into Fearless Draft and the First Stand tournament, so be sure to check it out if you want more details. First up, MSI 2025 is heading to Vancouver, Canada from
Okay.
June 27th to July 12th. This will be our first return to Canada for a live LoL Esports event since 2017, and we can't wait to experience the Vancouver crowd's excitement in
Qué
person.
raro que no
And of
hacen
course, it
en
wouldn't be a
Toronto.
LoL Esports update without Worlds. This year, we're heading to some of China's most iconic cities. Play-ins and the Swiss stage will kick off in Beijing, followed by the quarterfinals and semifinals in Shanghai.
Siempre lo hacen
Finally,
en
the
China.
journey will culminate with the finals in Chengdu.
We'll share more details on specific venues soon, but we're excited to see the energy and passion from fans as we take LoL Esports to these incredible cities.
And on the topic of bringing LoL Esports to amazing places, we're excited to give you an early look at our 2026 and 2027
Bueno.
global event destinations.
In 2026, we'll be taking our events to some of my favorite places, starting with First Stand in Brazil.
Ok.
Brazilian fans bring amazing energy to live events, and we're excited to kick off the season in such a vibrant esports community once again.
It's going to be awesome. Next, we'll head to Korea for MSI 2026. I think I speak for all of us when I say that we can't wait to go back to Korea
¿Quién dice
for
que
another
en
esports
Río,
tournament.
And finally,
En un
Worlds
año capaz
2026
Río me
will
invita.
return to North America. This is always a huge moment for
No,
us.
dijeron
And
North
finally,
America.
Worlds 2026 will return to North
Ok, el
America.
año que viene.
This is always a huge moment for us, and we're looking forward to bringing the thrill of Worlds back to our North American fans.
In 2027, we'll be taking First Stand to Southeast Asia. MSI will return to Europe, and Worlds will once again be hosted in Korea.
And with
Siempre en
that,
Corea.
it's time to officially kick off the 2025
Que
season.
siempre se da
Whether
en su
you're
lugar,
tuning
¿no?
in to cheer on your favorite region or just keeping an eye on the competition, you won't want to miss a moment.
So that's a wrap on all things LoL
¿Cuándo
Esports.
empieza la liga el 25 de enero? Falta. Igual no miro yo la.
So that's a wrap on all things LoL Esports. Thanks for joining us, and here's to an amazing season ahead.
Okay, what else have we got?
Next, modes. As we move into seasons, we want to make sure that there's always a variety of gameplay available. So, starting with the next patch, there will always be another game mode available to play in addition to Summoner's Rift and ARAM.
So all random Earth will be
Earth,
turning on next
ooh.
patch and will be available throughout Act 1 of the season. Then in Act 2, we'll have the Arena update. Speaking of which, Arena will be returning with a fresh coat of Noxian paint and a new Noxus map, themed after the Gladiator pits, with its own map-specific mechanic.
Additionally, on all arena maps, we're also introducing a system called Guests of Honor, where you can vote on which famous Noxian you'd like to alter the rules of each game. Now that system mostly replaces cameos, which we felt were pretty hit or miss.
Now, we'll also be adding new items and augments, as well as changes to maps like Koi Pond,
Ahí está,
based
que
off
Koi-
some
Ibai,
pretty clear
Ibai.
feedback received during the last Arena run. We don't want to spoil everything now, so keep an eye out for details on the changes coming to Arena when it's closer to launch.
So
Tiren la data, hijo de
that's the
puta.
start of Season 1. We're also still doing the usual gameplay updates and balance changes as we monitor how everything is landing. We're excited for the future of Seasons and what it means for League, and we'd love to hear what you think.
And while we hope you enjoy Noxus, don't worry. We're taking you somewhere very different for Season 2. But more on that later. Thank you so much for everything, and we'll see you on the Rift.
Or in the Noxian Reckoning Pits.
Nos vemos.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye, bye. Ah, se terminó el video. No, mentira. Bueno, no me voy a poner la pantalla grande. Disfrute, espero que le haya gustado Coso. Únanse al Discord. Suscríbanse y dejen un like porque me ayudan una banda. Y además se vienen muchos videos ahora que empieza la temporada. Tengan un buen día.